This story's not getting nearly enough press and attention, and it's making me angry. This was Sensei Reed, a 13-year-old black boy who was shot and killed on October 12, 2022, by this waste of life, Krieg Butler, I don't know how to say his name. Eyewitnesses say that Sensei was standing outside with his friends and Krieg walks up to him, shoots him 3 to 4 times in the back, and speeds off in his truck. He was then arrested, claimed self-defense, and was released, and all charges were dropped. Now, the powers that be are saying they're waiting for a ballistic report and an autopsy to see if his claims of self-defense are proven, and then they're going to present it to like the district attorney or whoever. But I, along with Sensei's family, am calling bullshit. Oh yeah, he was unarmed, by the way. These are the community demands. And if I haven't already said it, all of this happened 3 months ago. Sensei Reed was 13 years old and didn't get to see 2023. Let's get justice.
And other girls dream that they'd be Ben's partner. They'd be Ben's partner. And
you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
You know what's crazy about having these things in my eyes, right? It lets you see how the eyes actually work. Like, your eyes don't move very smoothly. Like, when I move my head, you can kind of see how my eyes try to track what I'm looking at, right? But sometimes you can move your eyes smoothly if it's following something. So if I hold my finger out and I move my finger, you can see my eyes moving smoothly. But if I try to just move my eyes like that, you can't do it smoothly. Isn't that crazy?
This is an If I Go Missing binder. I recommend everybody have one of these. First section is materials for the police. I have a $15 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, and then this, you don't have to actually think this. This is just so that they care enough to solve your case. Next is a picture of me for identification purposes, artificially aged. This is what I would look like if I was dead. Things for the media, so the news, documentaries. I just have some like good pictures of me. This is one that they can use for the, you know, like when they say, he was so happy until sometimes they like to use social media posts. So I gave them a happy one and a sad one. Last but not least is a hair sample. I see people make this mistake all the time. You need the root. You can't just have, there's no DNA on just your hair. You've got to have the root of the hair. That's what they need. So this, I just did this for my leg.
We drove around looking for it for a few hours, but couldn't find it. But he did show me the parking spots that were good for hiding from cops, pointed out the alleys to lead cops into for shootouts, and noted there were a lot of good cars around for stealing. Then, we both were starting to get pretty tired, so we went back to the hotel, where he played GTA 5 for 6 hours, and I watched TV. I saw Bros. It was pretty good. A perfect trip.
The following is a grammatically correct English sentence. James, while John had a better effect on the teacher. The sentence describes a scenario between two students who were asked to write a sentence about an old man who had recently suffered a cold in their English class. James writes that the old man had a cold, which the teacher marks as incorrect, whereas John writes the old man had a cold, which the teacher marks as correct. So, in other words, James had written only one had, as in James had, whereas John writes two hads, meaning John had. Now, which one had a better effect on the teacher? Had a better effect on the teacher. So, in summary, James, while John had a better effect on the teacher.
English speakers are so gentle when they cuss at each other, just to say, fuck you, only involving the person standing in front of them. In Cantonese, we say, 屌你老母,屌你老豆,冚家鏟,生仔冇屎忽. We cuss your mom, your dad, your whole family, even your sons and grandsons.
Inspirado en el vuelo del águila, encontró en su corazón este canto que brota del alma aquí y ahora. Pajarillo sonajero, encontraste la visión a un oso blanco con alas de cóndor y mirada de jaguar.
Obama had big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. Would like to get to the bottom of that. We don't even know if he's a citizen.
Yeah, if you don't look at the birth certificate, there's almost no evidence there.
Exactly.
So there's nothing Barack Obama could do to prove that he was born here.
If there was maybe witnesses that were attendants at his birth.
Like his mother? Do you listen to his mother?
No. She has motivation to lie.
So you don't trust Donald Trump's birth certificate either?
Yeah, because he's been here forever.
Well, how do you know? But what's your proof?
Well, his parents and...
But they're biased. I'm talking about like people who could be in the room.
Why would they be biased?
Well, like, I'm just using your logic against you.
Okay.
Outside of having no proof, what proof do you have?
I don't have any.
You don't have any proof?
My opinion.
Your opinion. And what's your source?
Just Facebook or Twitter. I mean, everything. And
So you'll look at like facts and bull. You'll put it all together.
Exactly.
Obama is a Muslim. He's a terrorist. Nobody will ever tell me different. Do I have proof? No. Do I have articles? No.
But your mind is made up without any information.
My mind is made up.
Had a fight, how would you make it up to me? Contestant number 1.
Hey, how are you?
I missed you.
So I would gaslight you into you thinking you're the problem, and then I would abuse you emotionally till you get to a point where you only get satisfaction from me, and if I tell you you look good or anything like that, and then I would start slightly treating you better, so you'd think I'm changing. And then it would be this off and on until you're almost hooked for life, and I'm almost like a drug to you, where even when you're not around me and we break up, like you're yearning for me like nicotine. Oh, and if that doesn't work, I'd go to a movie.
If all else fails, a movie, okay.
All right, who are you most attracted to?
The first one, the black jacket.